Okay, so I'm about to go to sleep. It's like 3 in the morning, and that's a whole nother story for going to sleep earlier. But I just had this thought about human design and about following your strategy and authority. And this scenario just came up for me, and I want to share about it right away. So this is what I'm doing. And for those of you who don't know, I'm a 1-3 splenic projector, and I'm a quad right. Hence why I'm doing this video at 3 in the morning, because I feel this jolt of inspiration. So I am following that. I'm not going to wait until tomorrow when it's gone, right? I'm going to do it right now. So the topic is around following your strategy and authority. And this example, I think, is really fun because I've been learning about human design for like 5 months now. And I have just been slowly kind of really delving into this whole like not putting too much emphasis on the invitation, and just going, I'm just gonna like learn about things that I am inspired by, that fascinate me, right? That's the whole concept, that if it's something that interests you, that you stay up until whatever time at night reading about or learning about, that's something that you need to look into, and that's something that you need to follow, right? And so it's kind of like a side thing. So the point is that I received an invitation, right? So, and it's exciting because it feels like a true invitation, right? And also I think that the process that I'm about to explain, it's an experiment. I haven't gone through it myself, and actually it's different than what I would typically do in a scenario like this. So, my past self, before I knew about being a projector or having splenic authority, I would be presented with an invitation or an opportunity or something like that. And like 99% of the time, my spleen is like, hell yeah, like that's like, I'm right the fuck into this. And so, what I've done each time is I've followed that. And so like in theory you go, okay, so like it was an invitation from something, and I got that kind of like moment of, yes, this feels good, and I went forward on it. But then there's the whole part about like not every invitation is correct for you. And I think that that's something that I really need to like sit with, because yes, there's this like impulsive aspect to having splenic authority, but that doesn't mean that I can't like, wait a moment. Like, it's like I can just feel that, and then I can look at the details and be like, how much of this, like if I analyze every part of this offer or this opportunity or this invitation, is it a yes in every different category? And so that's what I'm going to do for this invitation, is I'm going to cross-reference every part of the invitation with my spleen. And I'm also going to disconnect or disengage from the outcome, because it's very funny. Like, I totally, now knowing about splenic authority, I totally understand it. I totally feel it. Obviously, I'm still experimenting with it, right? But it's very present in my life, and it's actually pretty funny. And if you have splenic authority, I bet you're like laughing to yourself right now. But it's like I read the message and my phone goes on airplane mode, so I can only see like a portion of it, right? And so it's very funny because the message, first of all, the invitation is from somebody that I really resonate with. Like, her and I, our energies vibe, and it's from like the very first moment. She's a generator, I'm a projector, and it's just one of those things that you're just like, I don't know what it is about you, but we just get along, right? And we met online. It's like I've never met her in person, but every interaction with her has been so lovely, right? And so I think that's like tick, like the person that sent the invitation is a yes from my spleen. The next part of it, that's the funny part that, you know, you might chuckle about, is all I read of this message was like the beginning part. Hey girl, haven't chatted with you in a long time. How's it going? And the next part is, I have an interesting opportunity for you. I have a friend, I think was part of that. She knows someone who's starting a microdosing company, and they're looking for a social media manager. And it's the only part of the message that I've read. And it's like, if I check in with my spleen, I'm like, fuck yes. You know, it's like just those two things: microdosing company, social media manager. And it's like a hell yeah, right? But I don't know anything else about it. And so that's why I'm kind of like using this as an opportunity, like the fact that it's 3 a.m. and I'm not looking at my notifications or checking my messages right now. And I should be sleeping. But I'm using this as an opportunity to kind of just like sit in the joy of the invitation and the fact that it is like feels so yummy in this moment, kind of like this, like the moment before you open the door and you find out like the whole scenario about the thing or a person or whatever, and just being like so pleased with the fact that this is what an invitation feels like, and also the fact that I received this invitation means I'm on the right track, you know? And also just like how cool it is it came from such a kind person, and that they thought about me, or that, you know, just like really like feeling into that beauty. And those two concepts, like microdosing, I've been experimenting with for a while now. I love it. Social media manager, I've been teaching myself social media for the last year, you know, and I love it. I love the system of social media. So yeah, I think that's pretty much all I have to say about that. We wanted to talk about splenic authority, about kind of like going through a different process when you're making the decision that, yes, I get these like this jolt of this feels really good and I'm really excited about this. But I'm gonna like put a little break on it. I'm gonna cross-reference every part of it and be like, how right does this really feel? And also, I'm giving myself space to, or like preparing myself almost, that if there's an element that doesn't quite fit, or that doesn't give me a like an immediate like 100% yes, I'm in, that I'm gonna like give myself the opportunity to say no, you know? And like that's huge, because I am typically a person that says yes. I'm typically a person, and it's like my spleen that I've just like been like, yeah, fuck yeah, I love that, right? Or I love one part of that, and it's like the first part that I interact with, and I'm like, absolutely, and I dive right in. And then it's like down the line, I'm like, you know what, there was actually that one thing that I didn't listen to that would have made this a no, you know? So yeah, I think that that's a really cool process, and we'll see how it goes. I'll let you know. But I wanted to share this with you, and definitely if you have splenic authority, I would love to hear how you are experimenting with it. And if you try this, like if this works out for me and then you try it and like it works out for you, like that would be so cool. And you know, I'd love to hear about that process too. But anyways, yes, almost 3:30 in the morning, and it is absolutely time for bed. So I hope you are all having a lovely sleep tonight. And I'll catch you in the next video.